What's going on, Reflex? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Do we have sound today? Sound working? Yeah, sound's working. That's right. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday to you lovely fucking humans. It's good to see everybody. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I know I sure am, because I'm here with you guys, and that's the best. I'm just getting myself at least moderately organized over here. Don't mind me. Oh, who's that? What's going on? Is it 8 watt? I'm going to go with 8 watt until you tell me otherwise. What's going on, 8 watt? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday, you lovely, lovely humans. It is going to be a busy night. We got lots to do tonight, and my brain is going to hurt at the end of it. So let's have fun together. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great time. I do have a PS5, yes, but I also have a Series X. So I have a Series X, I have a PS5. I actually have 3 PS5s. I have 3 of them. 2 of them are just HDMI jobs, but I have a PS5 that has a no power issue, and I have an Xbox Series X that has a very strange no power issue. So lots of stuff. I mean, it's my channel. There's always going to be a PS5. However, I am trying to branch out a little bit. Beverage of choice tonight is a delicious Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Cherry Vanilla. It's going to be great. A little bit of caffeine to get it going. Still sugar-free. Maintaining the health journey to the best of my ability. Okay. 8 weight. Got it. Heard. 8 weight. Fantastic. We're here. Dan, good to see you, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, everybody. As always, we're gonna give it some time to let some people pop in here. And while we do that, oh, am I dead? I might be dead. Nope, not quite. Just enough. Salud. Oh, that's the good stuff. Come on in. Everybody come get comfy. We're going to hang out for a little while. It's going to be a long night. So we're going to do some shit. Oh, Lord Almighty. What a night it shall be. Damn it. Hair tie's on the wrong side. Come on in, everybody. Get comfortable. Everybody stop in and say hello. We're going to get to the repairs in just a bit here. Hold your goddamn horses. All right, there we go. Repair hair on point. We love to see it. Chris, good to see you, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Everybody come in, get comfortable, grab yourself a beverage, a little snack, whatever you want to do. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. That was aggressive. My apologies. All right. How much time we got left? We got like 3 minutes. We're going to give it another 3 minutes or so. Let people come in, hang out. So, for those of you just joining, first of all, welcome. Lovely to see your faces. We're going to start off with the Series X tonight because it's already taken, well, mostly taken apart. So we're going to start on that one. And then I've got a PS5 that has a weird no power issue. And then I got a couple HDMI ports. And we'll see where the night goes from there. I did, however, find this dope-ass controller. When I say find, I actually purchased it off a customer. Fucking brand new in the box. Look at this thing. I love this. Now, I'm not an Xbox player, to be very clear. This is really just going to be for the tiny technician whenever he's here, because he is the Xbox player and the PC player. But this thing is dope as hell. I love that you can, like, these control panels right here are entirely reversible. You can swap them and put it to something that's more comfortable for you. Like, this thing is dope as hell. I love this thing. And again, brand new. For, I think it was like $30 I paid for it, something like that. So that's exciting. I was really happy about that. All right, where are we at here? About another minute or so. We got one more minute. E.T., welcome in, my friend. Welcome. All right. So let's go ahead and at least get things set up. So first thing is a Series X. You will notice that it is already taken apart. Kind of. Now, why would it be taken apart? Why would I start a stream with something that's already been taken apart? Let's move this out of the way. All right. So as people come in, we're going to continue on with this, but we're going to get started. So, as I stated, we have this lovely Series X right here. Now, this was brought to me because, as is the most common issue I get, it had an HDMI port problem. So, we put a new HDMI port on there. You can see that right there. And now the problem is that after we reassembled everything, we go to turn it on, and it is an instant on-off, which it's not supposed to be. Now, I did not test this before doing the HDMI job. A customer brought this over to me and just said, hey, no rush, it needs an HDMI job. I have my PC at home. I said, that's fine. I have to order the HDMI port anyway. I should have tested it before I did the HDMI job, but I did text the customer and he confirmed that it did not have a power issue prior to the HDMI swap. So I don't know of anything that I could have done on the HDMI side of things that would cause it to be no power, but as you can see, it is an instant on-off each time. Stop it. So every time, doesn't matter what happens, just instant on-off. Oh, so Dan has one as well. Fantastic. Maybe we can figure it out together, my friend. So I think what we're going to do first is I'm going to go back and double check all of my power inputs and just make sure everything's set the way it's supposed to be. Because again, I'm blaming myself before anything that happened with the actual console. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start getting this apart. And when I say apart, it's not really apart. It's just taking these ribbon cables out here. Pop this ribbon cable out right now. Well, that. Take our Nexus cable out. Like so. And go ahead and pop this thing out. All right, it's a little dusty in there, but overall not terrible. Now I am going to go ahead and take the issue should be. Okay, well that's an interesting start because that is where I was working prior to this happening, because it was an HDMI job that I came in for. So, I mean, did the board get too hot? Did something get displaced? That is an interesting starting point. Or is the power supply cable just not pushed in all the way? Which is my current hope as to what the case is. I just didn't push the power cord down enough. So we'll see how it goes. But in the meanwhile, issue should be on the HDMI logic board. Excellent. All right, that gives me a good place to start. Dan, as always, I appreciate you, my friend. That will save me a whole lot of digging. And again, that is where I was doing the work, so that's probably where I would have ended up anyway. But that does give me more confirmation of what I was hoping. So I can take off this little... I don't know if this is the Wi-Fi board or the Bluetooth board. I think this is the Bluetooth board. All right. Now, I also seem to be having just a little bit of lag on my side, guys, so I apologize if I'm missing anything. I can already see that my camera's lagging slightly behind. I don't know why I'm lagging. I don't know. What's going on, Ace? Good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure. Sean, always a pleasure. I just got some video lag on my part. I think that's all it is. All right, let's go ahead and pop this thing off real quick while I'm still thinking about it. Okay, so again, I'm thinking it could be a couple of things here, and all of which has to do with my reinstallation process, because the customer said there was no power issue prior to it coming to me. So the first thing I'm going to check before we get too far is number one, this ribbon cable right here, and number two, the connection for this power plug. All right, so first things first, double check this. Okay, those all look okay. All right, and we're going to pop this thing out. All right, and we're just going to double check all of the work that we did first and foremost. That is the most important thing. Which again was not very much work, but still things that need to be checked out. Okay, so let's pop under the microscope real quick and just check a few things. Oh, microscope doesn't want to work right now. Okay, there we go. All right, so first things first, we'll just check out our ribbon cable, make sure there's no damaged pins, anything like that. Those all look completely fine. All right, so the work that we did originally was just this HDMI port. I mean, everything looks totally fine there. Suppose it could be. No, I don't think a blown retimer would cause that issue. I could be way wrong, but I don't think it would. All right, let's check our diode readings on the HDMI port. I did double check them, but just to eliminate it. Ooh, excuse me. To eliminate the south bridge board completely, you can hook up the PSU to the board and try to turn it on. Oh, so you mean the south bridge board. So you're saying if... Well, no, because the south bridge board won't have... maybe it doesn't need it. I'm not 100% on these boards. But, so you're saying if the south bridge board has no reaction whatsoever, then that's going to be the problem. Whereas if it tries to turn on off like it did, then that's probably fine, is what you're saying, if I understand correctly. Okay, so 1 is good. 3 is good. 4 is good. 6 is good. 7 is good. 9 is good. 10 is good. 12 is good. 13 is fine. 14 is open. 15 is good. 16 is good. 17 is ground. 18 is good. And 19 is good. Okay, so all of our HDMI diode readings are fine. I'm just going to check out these resistors over here. Okay, so that's a 0 ohm resistor. That's a 0 ohm resistor. Okay, so I'm assuming these are all supposed to be 0 ohms. Although, wait, no, that doesn't sound right. That does not sound right at all now that I'm thinking about it. Isn't at least one of these either a 1K or a 10K? Let me pull it up. Hold on, hold on. All right, let's start with 178. Yeah, no, okay, we do have a problem. So unless and again, I could be reading this 100% wrong, and I could even be on the wrong thing. So let me double check myself real quick. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Nope, found it. Never mind. We're good. Okay, so that is indeed a 0 ohm resistor. 183. Also 0 ohms, perfectly fine. Yeah, it looks like they're all 0 ohm resistors. 28 and 29. Yeah, Okay, everything is 0 ohm. Okay, never mind. So those are indeed 0 ohm resistors. So I guess we can do what Dan said and eliminate the Southbridge board. So let's start there. All right, let's move this off to the side. All right, so here we have our Southbridge board. All right, so let's plug our Nexus board in first and foremost here. All right, so Nexus board is in. Power supply goes in. And okay. Yeah, we do have that. So it is the same problem. There is a strange noise coming out of the power supply. I don't know if it's the speaker or the power supply. It could be just the speaker from the Xbox itself, but there's a weird noise. Yeah, it is from the speaker. There's like a static sound followed by a pop. Not like a electricity pop. It could be an electricity pop, but it sounds like TV static for a brief second, then like a pop of something shutting down. Okay, Nexus board is out. So I think my next course of action before I go too far into it is I want to put it back together and just reconnect the 12-volt power supply and the ribbon cable here and just double check myself. That's what it does when it's an on-off issue. Okay, perfect. So I'm not losing my mind then. That's very helpful. Okay, so yeah, like I said, first thing I want to do is just reconnect, replug in the ribbon cable and the 12-volt connector and just make sure that it wasn't something simple that I did that's causing the issue. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're fully secured in there. Fully secured. Okay. Let's put our Nexus board back in just to ease my curiosity. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's not something I did, unless it's something that happened as a result of the HDMI job that was done. But I don't think it was something simple like, yeah, something wasn't plugged in all the way or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Okay. So now with everything fully secured back, and 3, 2, 1. Yeah, now immediate on off. Okay. So there is indeed a problem with the HDMI sideboard. Okay. So now we get to go find what it is. So the question becomes, did I knock something loose during the HDMI install? That's certainly possible. Did something float on me during the install? 100% possible. Okay. Usually the ribbon. Yeah, it wasn't the ribbon in this case, though. We double checked the ribbon and tried to reseat it. Unless... Yeah, no, we'll double check the pins again just to be 100% sure, but we did double check them, and everything looked fine. So just to throw it under the microscope again real quick. Yeah, it is definitely very quick. So just to double check this ribbon cable, because that was my initial thought, was maybe something I'd like damage the ribbon cable or something. Just grab something to brush this off with real quick. So, I mean, those pins look fine. Yeah, that cable looks perfectly fine. And then opposite side that goes into the south bridge board, just to be sure. Yeah, now those pins look perfect. All right, so we're not looking at the ribbon then. All right, let's get this board out. And let's go hunting. We're excuse me. Checking for shorts here. All right. That's that. All right. All right. We're gonna hunt for shorts on caps. Doo-da, doo-da. I know, and I appreciate all of you for being here, even though as decent as I am with PS5s is as inexperienced as I am when it comes to no power issues on Series X's. So it's going to be a big learning experience for me. All right. So I'm going to start on the outside and kind of work my way in. I feel like that's the easiest way for me to start. So we're going to start over here with some of these caps. I know these big boys like 12 volts, so we're going to start with them. I need to give myself some room to work. All right, so yeah, we'll start here. Okay, no. Nope. Okay, nothing doing there. And this one right here. Okay, just making sure my multimeter's on. All right, moving on down the line. Ruggers, what's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. Haven't seen Ruggers in a while. Good to see you, man. Okay, nothing doing there. Oh, thought I had something. Nope, no good. Okay, keep it moving along the outside here. Okay, nothing doing over there. Let's turn our board. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. I have a feeling all of these big ass caps over here are going to be low impedance. Hey, that's beautiful, man. Yeah, no, I know. Under the putty's next. I'm trying really hard not to remove it. I did check the regular outside ones over there, the ones that I could get to without fully removing it. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to save anything that's under the putty for last because then I have to remove it and then put it back, and that's a whole nightmare in and of itself. All right, let's flip it over. Because again, this is where I was doing my work. I was right behind the HDMI area here, so did something float on me? Did something come loose? So none of this is going to be 12 volt related, but not going to hurt to check things. Okay, nothing doing there. Okay, no shorts on those giant caps along here. Okay. All right. Yeah, but what am I injecting voltage into? Just a 12-volt connector? That seems dangerous. All right. Check these caps over here. Okay, those caps all seem fine. Just checking this line of large caps over here. These are all going to be low impedance, I'm sure. Yeah, that's all low impedance. I'm not going to put you guys through multiple beeps. Yeah, that's all super low impedance. Well, we've checked every cap. So I think Dan might be right, but sorry guys, my bad, my fault. So the question is, I don't have a connector that I can just hook up to a 12-volt line right there. So I mean, am I just injecting, starting with like 1 volt, 3 amps into this test point and seeing what happens? Did you have anything laying on the board? Yeah, I mean, I had my what's it called? My counterweight in place. So the way that my counterweight is set up, the way I set it up for these HDMI jobs. Oh Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare. Oh. So the way that my counterweight sits on this is right here. So it literally just balances out. There's really nothing for it to touch. So that's how it sits. Right, but so I can do the 1 volt 5 amps, but I'm assuming you want me to inject it into that 12 volt test spot. Is that what you're saying? Okay, heard. All right, let's do that then. Make sure the thermal camera is turned on and actually working. Hang on. Okay, now thermal camera is definitely coming out. But yeah, now 0.5 amps, correct, yes. Come on, camera. Do the thing. There we go. All right. Okay, so thermal camera is now active. Ground out my power supply in here. Let's see what we can come up with. So we're going to inject 1 volt at 0.5 amps to start into that test point, and let's see what we can see. I'm getting 0 amp draw. So it is not taking any amps. Now, I don't know if that's because my ground is shitty. That's possible. Let's try a better ground. Yeah, there's no amp draw, so I'm not going to get a heat signature. What's going on, TFN? Well, and that's the thing, too, is I'm not showing any signs of a short either. Cranking it up here. I'm going to move up to 2 volts and 1 amp. So I'm trying to see if anything lights up specifically. I got a slight amp draw that time. Nothing serious, though. I was injecting to try and hope and find something, but alas, there seems to be nothing to find. So this has got to be something simple. All right. Trying to hope to find something, my friend. So the one thing I noticed just slightly is this cap is just slightly lifted. That ceramic cap right there. It doesn't look like it's damaged or anything. But it is, the edge is like slightly lifted off. Not to the point that I think it would cause anything, but it is slightly off. Yeah, no, it's not moving, so it's connected. Not looking in the right place. All right, well. Make sure there's no damaged connectors inside of here, bent pins, anything along the lines. We tested the South Bridge board already. The South Bridge board attempts to turn on just like it does normally. So if we put plugging in the power supply to the South Bridge board and trying to turn it on gives me the exact same result as I have currently, which is why we determined it's got to be something on this side of the board. Oh, I suppose we can take off this putty now. I don't think it's going to be any of these MOSFETs, but I mean, I've been wrong before, and Lord knows I'll be wrong again. All right, that came off relatively easily. Prop the boards vertically. Well, that's a problem. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Just a quick visual inspection. Well, I have a Pico is the thing. Nobody's watching. Exactly right, Dave. I suppose we could Pico. I need to find my Pico software. And I need to learn how to do it on this particular model. So let me refamiliarize myself here. All right. Yeah, let me grab all the Pico stuff. All right. So we do in fact have Pico. I just need to figure out Pico the Drinko, baby. Let's go. What's going on, Porter? Good to see you, buddy. Series X with an instant on-off issue. No visible shorts. All right, I'm going to have to refamiliarize myself with the Series X Pico, so bear with me just a second here. All right. Okay. Found my Pico device. Yeah, correct. Series X Diagnostics. Yeah, I'm pulling it all up. Bear with me. Sorry, just refamiliarizing myself. Y'all bear with me. Okay. So I have to reassemble it, is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, it's view art for Xboxes. Okay, so I have to reassemble it. See, this is the problem with not doing Xbox a whole lot. Is I don't have a lot of practice in doing this, so I have to refamiliarize myself with it all the time. Dave, you are always welcome to advise, my friend. You have called more problems than you have not called. Look, this channel is to help everybody. It's not just to sit around and roast the fuck out of me because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is a learning experience for all, which is exactly why I only do live streams. I tried to do some short form content. It's just not for me. I feel like seeing it live and watching the mistakes happen is the best way for people to not emulate my mistakes. And I will gladly be the one to make the mistakes so everybody else don't have to. You know what I mean? All right. It ain't the best putty job. It'll do for now. Oh, where did I put this damn thing? I have no idea what a 02W is. You're using real fancy language for somebody who ain't that fancy. All right. Okay. So if I am reading this correctly, Okay, so I'm looking at it the same way. So it looks like pin 1 goes in the bottom left, pin 2 goes on the top left, and pin 3 goes to top right. Is basically what I'm seeing here. Yeah, correct. It's right here. All right. So let's first of all solder up some shit. There we go. All right, so pin 1 on mine is orange. Let me just fix these wires up real quick. They are looking a bit messy. Sorry, gotta fix my wires real quick. I don't know where the hell my wire cutters went to. I used to have wire cutters. There we go. We are all learning. That is what we are fucking here for. Everybody gets to learn from my mistakes. Okay, so pin 1 goes right here. I mean, just hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so pin 1, bottom left. Okay, cool. Pin 2, which is white on my connector, goes right up here. Go. And then ground pin goes right here. All right. That looks pretty good. Oh, to answer somebody's question, yes, it was a 2W. Exactly. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Really smart people learn from everybody else's. Okay, so let's just double check our connections real quick. There we go. Okay, yep, those look connected pretty well. Awesome. Okay, I need to remember, do I need to attempt to power this on, or do I just need to connect 12 volts to it? I need to remember, and I do not remember. Oh, thank you, Dan. I appreciate you. Good looking out, buddy. I don't like how close this ground is, so I'm just going to pop this up just a tiny, tiny bit. Oh, it's too much. Okay, there we go. That makes me feel better. No, I haven't checked for voltages yet because I don't have a way to prop the boards up properly. But I do have Pico. So we're going to do Pico. We're going to check out Pico first. All right, so please refresh my memory. Does this just need standby voltage, or do I have to attempt to power it on? Yeah, we can do that. Just needs power. Okay, so just standby. All right, and let's go ahead and share my screen. Nope, not that one. Why don't you want to work? Maybe I have to share my monitor. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got 12 volts standby. Just going to refresh the ports real quick. I'm assuming COM6 is the one that I need. I have it set to Series X. So I should just be able to connect here, correct? I'm going to try to connect. Okay. Well, I'm connected. I've got Pico firmware. It ain't got no gas in it. Now, it's definitely not dead. No worries, Daves. I appreciate you, buddy. Am I missing a step here, or is this thing not connecting? I'm confused as to where I'm at. Oh, no, I have it backwards. God damn it. Disconnect. My bad. I have it backwards. That's on me. All right, I'll check the 3-volt. So you're saying I should have 3 volts where the ground is? Right there on I2C? Trusty Russ is in the fucking building. No, I have these backwards. My wiring setup was fucking weird. I fucked it up. I fucked it. This actually goes here. Yeah, there we go. Now it's correct. Okay. While we have it here, let's check for 3 volts. Let's see. Yep, got 3.3. So 3.3 is definitely there. All right. Now with it connected properly, let's try again. Refresh ports. Okay, we're back. Okay. Comp 6. So it's just going to keep telling me that it's fine. Damage trace where? What are you talking about? She working. Yeah, except it's not working is the whole fucking problem. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this shit. Goddamn you, Sean, no. Okay. So according to this, it's working. All right, I'm going to disconnect Pico, and we're going to turn it on. Wait. Power it on. Should I leave the Pico connected when powering it on? I didn't do anything. I didn't fix it. I didn't do shit. Trying to turn it on now with Pico. Okay, got it. With Pico. Wait. So you're saying with Pico connected, should I leave the Pico software running? Just disconnect USB. Okay, heard. Got it. So no, don't leave Pico running. Okay, easy enough. Okay, here we go. Do we have a miraculous fix? Okay, all right. Well, I didn't start it yet. That's fine. Powered on with Pico and software running. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Everybody just calm the fuck down. It's coming. All right. Hang on. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. Chill the fuck out. Everybody calm down. I'm working on it. Hold your fucking horses. All right, here we go. We're going. Ready? Connect. Okay, we're going to try and turn it on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I did nothing to this. I did literally nothing. What the fuck? Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Maybe it was just a loose connection somewhere. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, well, whatever the fuck it was, it's fixed now. That was really weird. Maybe it just needed the threat of Pico and the fact that Dave was screaming at me to realize it just needed to act right. That's probably what it was. Oh, whoa, whoa, hey, whoa, where are we going? Oh. Man, don't tell me that, Ace. Don't tell me that shit. I reinserted and inserted that shit 3 fucking times. I know enough to do that properly, all right? All right, well, now that we've got that done, I suppose I should have left the fucking Nexus cable in. We can just double check and make sure my HDMI job, which was the whole reason I did this thing in the fucking first place, was actually successful, and I didn't fucking float the ESD or something. Well, don't worry yet, guys. We still got lots more fun to be had. This is only part 1 of my escapades tonight. All right. Okay. Yep. Still staying on. Excellent. Good. Very good. Okay. Cool. Take it easy, Dave. Thank you again, buddy. All the love, my friend. Let me go grab a controller real quick. Actually, let's take the new controller. Time to bust out the Turtle Beach Stealth Pivot, baby. Yeah, they can be fragile. I don't know, Dan. I don't know what the issue was. I threatened to use Pico, and it decided it wanted to work. That was the issue. Oh, it came with the cord. Nice. Even better. One of those magical fixes. Look at this bad boy. That's a beautiful controller right there that I'm never going to use. Yeah, sure enough, it went to 4K immediately, too. Yep, immediate 4K. Awesome. Beautiful. You fucking love it. I know that, Ace. That's what I said. I didn't do anything. Now, to be fair, I did fix the HDMI. So I did fix it initially. I just don't know how I rebroke it and then refixed it. All right, cool. Let's put her back together. Oh, Gerard, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you. You the fucking best. Who's got it better than you today? Nobody. All right. Now let's put it back together because I still have yet another problem that we're going to have to solve. And I'm hoping that it's an easy fix. I don't know that it's going to be. Okay. Sorry, you guys can't see a goddamn thing. My fault. My fault. All right. You guys are going to have to put up with some reassembly today. Sorry, guys. Oh, no worries, Porter. Please ask all the questions, my friend. Yes, there's a small security latch that you have to push down on with the tweezers to let the cable slide out properly. Otherwise, you could rip the connector on the board, but more than likely you'll damage the ribbon cable and it won't seat properly, and then you got to replace that. Dan, yeah, that is an interesting one, Dan. Again, I am not nearly as familiar with the Series X. as I am with like PS5 or even older Xboxes, like One X, One S. I know my way around a diagnostic on there. But Series S and Series X, I don't get enough of them to get the hands-on experience that I need to actually like make them work. You know what I mean? And when I do, I usually save them for stream because it's entertaining for people to watch me struggle, and it helps me learn, and it helps other people learn, which is really the whole reason I fucking do this shit. Trust me, I don't come here for my mental health to listen to you guys brag on me about how I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, all right? It's not for my own personal enjoyment. Who am I kidding? It is for a little bit of my personal enjoyment. I love hanging out with you guys. I learn stuff. I make a little money. It's a beautiful thing. No worries, Porter. No worries at all, my friend. Where'd it go? There we go. All right, here we go. Swoop this around. Where to put the board? There we are. So 1X is. I was about to say, if you have just a blank drive, try the drive. If you're getting good diode readings on the HDMI, and if you're getting you should have a 5-volt when you power on the console. I think it's on either pin 18 or pin 19. If you have that 5-volt there, so not necessarily. It usually takes a long time for the console to power down if it's a bad hard drive. Like it takes like 30, 45 seconds for the console to actually shut off. So it won't be an immediate on off. And even then, that's not 100%. It could just be corrupted data where it senses the hard drive enough to tell it that it's there, but it's not sending the video signal. If you put a blank drive in there and just turn it on, and that'll tell you 100% for sure. But double check the diode readings on the HDMI as well as the 5-volt on the it's either pin 18 or pin 19. You should have a 5-volt on power on. That'll tell you that the ESD is good. Oh, it'll run forever. Okay. So less likely to be hard drive related then. But again, I've seen weirder things. So I would still try it with the blank drive just to be sure. Okay. And also, if you got took a good drive from the 1S. Okay. Yeah. I know I ran into Yeti, my fucking guy. What's going on, man? I have run into a lot of bad batches of the TDP chips. And also, those things can be a nightmare to sit properly. They will warp easily, especially the aftermarket ones. But definitely check those voltages for sure. All right. Oh, whoa, almost forgot the condom. You got to put the Xbox condom on. Okay. Sorry about that. Nexus cable is being dumb. Yeah, no worries, man. Because sometimes you'll get the proper diode reading on there. I think for the ESD, pin 19 has to be in the 0.65 volt voltage drop range, right around there. But it'll only be putting out 4.5 volts or 4 volts. I've been confused by that before, my friend. Okay, go. There's that. All right. Well, where did I put my damn screw gun? There we go. Okay. All right. I appreciate everybody's patience through the reassembly here. Don't worry, we got more fun ahead. Yep. So I'll pan the camera over in a second once I finish this reassembly here. But I will show you one of my cursed consoles that never gets to see the light of day again. There we go. Well, yeah, that'll do it. All right. Nope. God damn. There it is. I was about to say, this HDMI cord sucks. I'm going to have to replace it soon. All right. There we go. Shut her on down. Perfect. All right. One down. At least one more to go, depending on how badly I want to do this. So I mentioned that I have a curse console. Let me see if I can show it without getting. Nah, you can't really see it. So, where am I? Back up there. My camera's backwards. Sorry. Up there. There is a 1X that I have had for probably about 2.5 years now. And it's in jail. I sold it 3 times after fixing it 3 times, and it came back 3 times. So now it stays up there, and it has to think about its life. I'll be back in just a minute. Got to use the restroom. 2 seconds. All right, we back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so on to the next one. So, customer brought me this because supposedly when he plugs it in, I'm gonna be real quiet. Ha! Wait a minute. That's not what's supposed to happen. That's not at all what's supposed to happen. That's not what's supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. That's not what I was told. Nope. Nope. Still on. That this is not what I was told was the problem. This was not supposed to happen. Okay, we're going to shut her down. We're going to let it shut down fully. All right, we're going to try and turn it on again. So the issue supposedly was that when you plug the power cord in, you immediately get 3 beeps and there's no power, which, as everybody who works on PS5 knows, is typically either a BIOS issue or the error codes have just piled up and need to be cleared out. But that didn't happen. So I'm going to pull the power cord again. Give it 10 seconds. This is what the customer described to me. I didn't test it. I never test them before I come on stream. I always like everything to happen live. Yeah, this is it's perfectly fine. All right. Yeah, right? Dude, I'm telling you. Yeah, exactly. Normally, that's what I would do. I would clear the codes first and try to fix it that way. And if not, then you have to do the whole BIOS swap. But Okay, well, so much for that one. Yeah, exactly. This is my entire business model right here. I have people bring me broken stuff. I give it some fucking juju, and then I just charge them $100, and then they come back and pick it up. It's fantastic. Great business model if you can make it happen. No, I'm not charging $100 for this. No, I will just charge them a quick diagnostic fee, and that's it. Just to cover my time. Well, we can test something else. Again, I don't know that it's broken anymore, but we can test something else while I'm here. The other two things I have are just HDMI ports. You guys have seen me do HDMI ports fucking forever and a day. So I have another Series X. This one was actually a gift from a customer that I did some work for. He was just looking to get rid of it. So the story behind this Xbox is, yeah, see, Dan understands. There you go. That's the fucking secret. All right. So the story behind this Xbox is it was his originally. He took it to a different shop. That's why you'll see it's already been opened before. And they apparently swapped the motherboards on it. Chest jailed Xbox One. No, I'm not doing it. They swapped the motherboard on it, apparently, is what I was told. And now it will work, but occasionally will hit a green screen and then die, is what I was told. So we can test it. We'll see if we can make it green screen. Well, it definitely works, at least for now. Oh, do I have a disc? Nope, no disc. All right. See if we can run some Diablo 4 for a little bit. Yeah, see, a booster chip wouldn't make a ton of sense unless it was failing, which, again, is entirely possible for sure. But let's see if we can make a green screen. Failing SSD would make sense, which is not fantastic. Oh, apparently I need fucking Wi-Fi to get into this. All right, fuck that nonsense. I'm going to try and find one that doesn't require network connectivity. I basically just want, I'm going to push it for like 5 minutes. If it doesn't shut down, then I'm probably just going to end the stream, honestly. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? So much DLC. came out to be the ESD. Really, just random shutdowns, so random green screen and then shutdowns with an ESD issue. That would be it. It would surprise me, but I do have replacement ESDs, so we can always test it. But like I said, I'm just going to push it for like 5 minutes. The only other two things I have are HDMI ports, so I'm just going to run those. I'm not going to do those on stream. Nobody wants to watch another ESD or another HDMI port. Is this not a skippable cutscene? What the fuck? All right, we're gonna let some cutscene play out. Yeah, no, agreed. It would be really nice to have some like stress test software for the Xbox or PS5 even. That would be fantastic. Right now, the best stress test software we have for fucking PS5 is fucking Fortnite. PS5 does have stress test software. Ah, interesting. Good to know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. No, just let me skip the cutscene for fuck's sake. You're breaking me fucking balls. You're gonna get me DMCA for random fucking songs that I don't know about? Oh my god. Skip cutscene, por favor. Mute the TV. Yeah, good call. Good call. No DMCA for me. So the way I ended up getting this controller, actually. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I got this controller. Oh, did it green screen? Did I miss it? Oh, dope. Hell yeah. Thank you, Yeti. I appreciate you, bud. What do you mean, Dan? What channel are you talking about? You already subscribed to my channel. This is my channel. All right. No, it did not green screen. All right. I'll test it more later. But yeah, I'll have the tiny technician test it. That'll be the best way to go about it. I'll have him throw Fortnite on there and let it go wild for a while. All right. Well, the premium subscription. Well, unfortunately, my best days are behind me, my friend. That's a real specific subsect of folks that wants to see that shit. All right. I know. What's it called? I know Twitch. I can get paid subscribers. YouTube, I don't think I don't know if it's the views or I think there's something that I'm not hitting to make that be a thing. Let me check real quick before I go bye-bye. Oh shit, someone gifted me a sub to PCDD. Shit, I didn't know that. Thank you to whoever that was. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I gotta go to YouTube Studio. Oh, okay. Sorry, let me check. I will let you know exactly how long. Yeah, so I am a little bit short on the watch hours. So I have my. Here we go. Hang on. I'll pop you guys over real quick just to show you. Yeah, so I've got the subscribers, I've got the uploads. I'm just short by a little under 1,200 hours of the public watch hours of 365 days. So Once I hit those watch hours, then I can apply for it. So that's where we're at. Leave the stream running and go to bed. No, I'm not doing a sleep stream. All right, that's not the move for me. Nope, I'll keep doing my weekly streams, and I'd like to try and do a couple of other like random streams throughout the week. Unfortunately, like I said, this is not my full-time gig. I do have a regular 9 to 5 job that, yeah, again, it's 9 to 5. I have employees that I'm responsible for. I have a D&D campaign that I run on Tuesdays. I have my sober meetings on Thursdays. Those are the nights that I do my repairs, and even then, I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning going to the gym, and then I don't end up finishing repairs sometimes until midnight, 1 o'clock. So streaming just really isn't an option. It's I know I need to stream more. Trust me, I do. I'm just slammed, man. I got so much shit going on all at once. Not to mention, meal prepping and balancing out household responsibilities and being a good partner and all kinds of other shit. It's just a lot. It's just a lot for one ADHD rattled addict brain. You know what, Trick? I'm tired of seeing your fucking face, all right? And I can't even see your face. That's how fucking tired I am of seeing your fucking face. Is that I haven't even seen it, and I'm done with it. All right? More reballing. I agree with the more reballing. We do need to get more reballing practice in. That's 100%. That is absolute facts. All right. Well, I'm not going to put you guys through 2 more HDMI jobs because that's just going to be boring as all hell for everybody involved. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pop out of here. I'm going to go knock out these HDMI jobs and try to stack up some jobs for next week for you guys. Love you guys very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the 4th of July next week if I don't see you before then. Actually, isn't 4th of July? Oh, no, never mind. That's not next week. That's the week after. But I will be streaming on the 4th of July, just so everybody's aware. So be ready for that shit. All right. I'm out of here. I got a surprise for you. Oh, shit. I can't wait. Keep me updated, Dan. Let me know. Find me on Discord.